So, hello everyone and welcome. I am pleased to welcome you today to this startup session, Building Startups for Impact. My name is Nurhan Azayis and I am honored to have you and I'm honored to be moderating this session. Throughout today, we will shine the spotlight on African-led startups that are not only building businesses, but solutions with purpose. Each is addressing a challenge that matters deeply. And what unites them is the ambition to turn bold ideas into practical solutions. 5 minutes will be addressed to each of them, crucial to dive us into their journeys. Starting with the challenges they are set up to solve, each will walk us through the innovative solution they have built, how did they build them, and the business model that powers it. Next, they will be sharing the impact that they have had so far, but most importantly, where are they heading next? What makes this showcase special is the diversity of solutions that you'll hear. But if you listen closely, you'll notice the fine thread that unites them all. Innovation with purpose, grounded in local insight and driven by the vision to make lives better. So sit down, get inspired, and maybe imagine yourselves as part of their journeys, as partners, sponsors, or maybe future collaborators. Please join me in welcoming the first startup that we have today. Please give a hand up for Blossom Care.
All right. Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being a part of this session. So today we'll be speaking about Blossom Care, our compassionate AI support for stigmatized women. And this was a collaboration between Eden AI and Blossom Girls Outreach Foundation. My name is Bami Oni, and from Eden AI, and with me I have
Doreen Marcelle from Blossom Girls Outreach Foundation.
All right, so Doreen, please take it away.
This is Dubai girl. She was sold into prostitution at the age of 19 by her father. While doing prostitution in Dubai, she was deported back to Nigeria. She got back to Nigeria, she got into drugs, she got pregnant without support, she attempted suicide, she also attempted terminating the pregnancy. When a Good Samaritan reached out to us, they brought her into our rehabilitation center. After all the care we could offer her, October 3rd, 2024, we lost our baby because she was denied access to medical care at the early stage of her pregnancy.
So Dubai Girl's story is not in isolation. 80% of mentally healed patients in Nigeria don't get access to the right care that they need. 30 to 60 million Nigerian women also do not get access due to stigma. This is due to discrimination from healthcare service providers. Fear of judgment leads to avoidance of getting healthcare services, and lack of early interventions worsens healthcare outcomes in the country. Stigma should not silence a cry for help, and that's why we built Blossom Care. Blossom Care is a stigma-free 24/7 emotional support chatbot on WhatsApp. And essentially, it provides mental health support in local languages, anonymity and safety in crisis, clinical notes generation. This allows us to link the patients right to the care that they need, and then connects them to on-the-ground services rendered by BGOF, that's Blossom Girls Outreach Foundation.
If Dubai Girl had access to Blossom Care, October 3rd, 2024, the baby's cry would have filled the room instead of silence.
Essentially, local context is what this AI uses to better understand the patients that it treats, right? Large-scale impact through this, it's able to ensure that there's large-scale impact for these patients. In April early this year, we launched this AI chatbot, and about 150 marginalized women have been enrolled into the cohort, right? So please go ahead.
All right, here is one of my team at the brothel in Nigeria introducing Blossom Care to sex workers at the brothel. And can we play it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, so, it doesn't look like it played, but essentially that video was showing Essentially, that video was showing, it doesn't look like it played. Essentially, that video was showing us on the ground, essentially, speaking to the women about Blossom Care and telling them how they can use this chatbot to help improve their lives. And here are also pictures as well, from top to bottom, of us engaging with the women via the WhatsApp chatbot, right? So, Blossom Care, through this pilot, we've seen that it can generate accurate clinical notes. And these clinical notes can help as well during crisis alerts, right? So we can connect them to the right types of people. So Eden AI, like we said, this was a collaboration between Eden AI. At Eden AI, we're a South African-based company, a startup removing barriers to healthcare access. And we've deployed healthcare solutions in 7 different countries on the continent. We've also been able to deploy 4 generative AI solutions. The 7 countries, some of them include Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, Rwanda as well, here that we are, Madagascar, and so on. And most recently, we've also been accepted into the Llama Impact Accelerator based on our solutions as a top 10 startup in South Africa for our solution called Lulama, which is an AI clinical notes generation agent.
And I'm from Blossom Girls Outreach Foundation. We started 7 years ago. We've reached out to 700 sex workers. 2023, we established the rehabilitation home, and recently we were honored with the Governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu Social Impact Award, and we've graduated girls from our rehab home with grants of about $650.
Okay, so just to end off, our team is a team of really inspiring women as well. And we've come together over here to solve this problem. We believe that with your help together, we can change what healthcare looks like for stigmatized women. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and we wish you the very best for your future endeavors. And moving on with our next startup, we warmly invite FairConnect to the stage.
Sorry. So today I will briefly present our startup, FairConnect, which is an impact startup that tries to democratize AI. So I have a question. Does anyone needs to go to see a doctor? No? Okay, good. So as a human being, we need to see a doctor. So let's say you have to make a checkup, you go to the doctor, and it's, let's say, 6 minutes. In average, perhaps, with a variation of 2 or 3 minutes. So after this time, you are happy, you go home. But the doctor has to do a lot of administrative burden. So, they have to write the medical notes, and it takes between 30 and 50% of their time. So what we are trying is to help the doctor. Why? Because while the doctor is writing these medical notes, you are waiting in the long waiting line. Sorry. So 30% of patients, they walk away from an appointment because the waiting time is too long. Some others, they even change the doctor. So to resolve this problem, we will use AI to automatically generate medical notes from doctor-patient interactions. So from this interaction, we will just have and generate automatically the whole medical report. So how we do it? We start by recording the consultation. So we have an audio record. We have a pool of agents, so AI agents. These agents will transcribe from voice to text, and then we have another agent that is able to automatically generate, the medical form with the right fields. So what we propose, so we will make it easier to and faster to create and record the medical notes, and we will avoid also some human errors. We reduce the patient medical to reduce the patient waiting time, because the doctor will go faster, and So you will wait less, and the doctor will have or see more patients. And this is the point. So today we have a lot of medical records, systems, and what we do is to automate the whole generation and also being compatible to this medical system. So our business model is based on, we focus on clinics, like medicals, especially also NGOs. And, we focus on, not on English language, but mostly on African languages and dialects. And, also we have in Arabic a lot of dialects. Okay. And, healthcare market is a massively growing market in the whole world, and especially in Africa, we see a lot of forecast of this opportunity to launch startups and products for healthcare. So what we focus on is to help medical institutions, and there is also the camp refugees. So in camp refugees, we have limited resources of medical staff, and we have a lot of people to treat. So our system will accelerate the process. Our team is composed of technical people and also medicals, network and fundraising, and also business developers. If you want to reach me out, this is my contact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and great work that you have been doing, and good luck for the future. And now we invite our last startup, but certainly not the least. We invite the representative for the TakAInsure on stage.
Hello, world. Well, in this case, hello, Africa. The name is Tawanda Zingai. I'm the founder and the CEO of TakAInsure. Taka is basically a prefix that means to do something, and it's basically a word play for the AI, signifying that we're using AI in insurance. And today I'm going to take you through the process or the business that we're doing at TakAInsure. We're transforming the future of insurance using parametric AI and blockchain. Right, so imagine you are a business and your business is caught on fire. And let's say this is John. This is John's business. And John's business is caught on fire, but John happens to be a former businessman. And former businessmen have actual insurance packages, which are the traditional insurance packages. What that means is John's business is going to be able to be insured within a very, very short space of time. But then let's take, for example, Jane's business. Jane is a small-scale farmer who is an informal worker. But Jane, when her business has been in trouble, like a truck which she is using for agriculture, she cannot be able to take her business back to life. Why that is because Jane doesn't have a base salary like John has as a businessman. So what that means is we're going to have John being able to have a safety net for his business, but Jane is not going to have the same. And why that is because 80%, approximately 86% of African workers are informal, and that includes farmers, vendors, and artisans. And they face risks like car crashes. And the data point that we used as TakAInsure is that African informal workers, they lose about 30% of their income annually to emergencies. And such emergencies are like Jane's business, a truck that she's using for agriculture crashing. So what we then did at TakAInsure is that we saw that most informal workers cannot afford insurance. So we built a model where we're saying that we're taking a very minute amount from their account. And for that, we're using a traditional method that we're then eliminating. So what we're doing instead is we're using mobile money so that to also empower those communities which are unbanked. So this is John's business and Jane's business, which is suffering. Right. So for the user flow is that we're onboarding using a WhatsApp chatbot. So a user logs on into their WhatsApp, they put their mobile number, their ID, and they get a policyholder ID, which is working as a username for their account. So then for logging on to the app, then they use the policyholder ID and their phone number. Then as soon as they log into the app, they see a menu which has abilities to file a claim. So you can actually add real-time data about an event, an example of an accident that would have happened. They would upload image evidence about the accident. Then we have two core engines that we're using. The first engine is the AI engine that is using 3 core models. We have a vision model which is doing OCR, is basically taking the number plates. Then we also have another model which is detecting the specific car make that is from the image that has been uploaded. And we also have a final model that's working with the recommender algorithm that then recommends the best insurance package for you. And what this does is it connects every procedure from step by step of the insurance claims process. Right, it's unfortunate my slides cannot show here, but we also have the blockchain engine. The blockchain engine, what it does is taking care of the claims and the payouts. Why we opted to use blockchain is we're seeing that insurance is a risk business, but also people face problems to do with trust, so they don't trust insurers. So we're using blockchain such that every time you've filed a claims for your insurance, you're able to get your money as soon as that happens. And then the blockchain communicates with the mobile money payment solution. And for the prototype that we have currently, we work with the Pay Now API, which is using EcoCash as one of the mobile money solutions. So since the model of the business is that it takes 10% on premiums on a monthly basis, that means an informal worker is going to spend $4 to $5 a month on the insurance. Then also the payouts are through their mobile money account from the blockchain ledger that will keep the claims information. All right, then our call to ask is we're calling for collaboration. We are a very small team of founding members, mostly developers. We're calling for collaboration and sources of data. We have a dataset problem where the model that we trained on is trained on westernized images. We have a prototype that is mostly taking care of car insurance. That is the insurance model that we're building on. So our plan is to apply that car insurance logic to other types of insurance, including life insurance, medical insurance, as well as weather and agriculture types of insurance. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I would like to re-invite the representatives for Blossom Care to join us on stage for the Q&A session. So I would like to thank the attendees for your presence today. And we will have a Q&A session. You can ask each and every one of the startup representative. And please raise your hand if you have any questions.
My name is Naftali Indongo. I'm from Namibia. My question goes to TakAI, the last presenter. So you actually mentioned that insurance is a risky business, and my question, I guess, is in terms of your business model, how does your solution that you're providing differs from the current insurance that already exists? And I guess I'm also asking in terms of how are you going to do your payout? Where are you going to get that funding to actually be able to pay? Let's say today somebody just got their agricultural truck damaged. Now you have to pay them out a couple of money. Where will you get that initial investment?
Thank you for that question. So I'll start with the last question. There's a process called underwriting when it comes to insurance, where you're using an actuarial model to calculate what is your worth when it comes to insurance. So part of the call to ask is to work with underwriters Underwriters could be banks, could be existing insurance institutions that we're working with as partners. So we may not have the funding as a startup, but we may have underwriters that we're working with as partners. Then they may bear the risk, and we then have to settle that with an agreement. Then as to how it works is, take for example the traditional model of insurance. You go to an office, you file for registration. As soon as you file for registration, it may take long, especially from southern part of Africa, it usually takes long. Then after that happens, when you have been involved in an accident, you then have to get a police report, then you go to the offices, you file another paperwork, you describe the accident, then they go back with you. Then after a few days or even weeks sometimes, then they tell you what insurance package they're giving you. And there are also other trust issues in between, as this is a very manual and traditional process. So already you can see the kind of problems that are there. So what we're doing instead is we're eliminating every traditional procedure, all the paperwork, all the banks, all the accounts that are needed, because we're also trying to target the informal, underserved communities. So you can use your mobile money. We have about 400 million Africans that are mobile users. So we're able to target them. So instead, every procedure in insurance is now done in the comfort of your palm through a mobile app that we're providing. Then from an accident happens, from registration actually, you on board through WhatsApp, as I mentioned, you log on to the app, you can see an interface with all functionalities and all procedures that are done when you're doing insurance claims. And let's say you've been involved in a car accident. What then happens is you open the app, there is an option to actually upload the images, a live photo, or you can take from your gallery. There's also another option to file the police report so that we take care of frauds. Someone may want to file for insurance that actually they have not been in an accident. And after that happens, we have an analysis. An analysis engine is where we're using the 3 core AI models that's taking care of the assessment, the recommendation for the insurance package. As soon as after the recommendation happens, we're also having the blockchain ledger taking care of the payouts. So this platform is working on a 10% premiums basis. That means it's taking 10% from every deduction that is being made from your account. And again, we're taking minute amounts from your mobile money accounts, maybe getting to as far as $4 to $5 a month, which is a huge gain according when you compare against other insurance companies or insurance institutions. So after the claims, you get paid back your insurance as soon as you've clicked the last part of the claims process. And you receive an email, you get SMS confirmation that you've actually received your insurance package. I hope that answers all your questions.
Thank you. My name is Kudus. I'm from Nigeria. This is to Blossom Care. So I would like to confirm or to ask, what will you say is the major challenge you face in the adoption of your solution? Thank you.
Okay. So the question was, what are the current challenges we're facing in the adoption of the solution? Okay. So one of the biggest challenges is cost. It's quite expensive to run these models and to run it for free, because currently the women are not being charged for these services, and we hope to keep it that way. Another thing is just the outreaches, and I think Doreen can speak more about that.
Is this? Yeah, Bami has said the crux of the matter. Running the AI service for free, it's adds some running costs to it. And also, getting access to the girls, I wouldn't say it's difficult because it's something we've been doing for the past 7 years, and we have a structure in reaching out to the girls in the brotels. But I would say that it's actually getting them to get used to the Blossom Care chatbot, because this is like first of its kind in Nigeria, and I'm thinking Africa, for the kind of people we are reaching out to. Yeah, so basically educating them and letting them know that they can, chat with the bot. We do that when we go to the brotels, but we want to start reminding them, sending them, reminders, SMS that, hey, you guys can keep using the bot. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for the question. So, actually, there is some medical node generation systems in the US, but they are like developed for English or Spanish. And we know that in Africa we have a lot of languages, dialects, but they are not supported. So what we are trying to do is to develop our solutions. So develop African solutions for Africa. This is our point.